Look, mate, I can't. No, the business deal's off. Fine. Let's just shut it down and just forget about it. Oh, well, hello. You really didn't need to see that. But, welcome back to the animations, and welcome to the historic film review section of this channel. Now, I swear to high heaven, I am not copying History Buffs. He's a brilliant channel, but I'm doing this off my own back. So, with that cleared up, let's get into this. Enemy at the Gates. An amazing film. One of my favourites. But it's got some problems. Now, I'll go over the history of all of it first, and then I'll go back and I'll do all the history buffs and stuff. So, Vasily Zaitsev, glory of the Russian sniper force. Started off life as a young man from the Urals and sent into Stalingrad. Now, the film begins with him killing his first wolf at the age of 7. Five. And then we skip forward to present day, where he's being loaded onto a troop transport sent off to Stalingrad. Once there, he is dismounted and sent on his way across the Volga. Now, after this, he is to collect a rifle, which he is the sad person who doesn't receive a rifle because he was the unlucky number 2. But after the first failed cavalry charge of the Red Army, Zaitsev finds himself a rifle and becomes the greatest sniper in Soviet history. He then goes up against a young officer, one who, well, he wants Russian blood. General Koenig, a sniper, tasked with hunting and killing Zaitsev, which he ultimately doesn't. But after this, Zaitsev would receive many Order of Lenin's and Hero of the Soviet Union awards before dying in 1991 as an old man. Now, that is the history of Vasily Zaitsev. He is a very courageous man, a very inspirational man. Now, I've already talked about the Battle of Stalingrad, which I actually forgot to mention in. So you can watch that. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But now it's time for the history buffs. So, starting off, we have the map scene. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them because that'll take way too long. So, the map scene, as you can see, shows the growing Nazi Empire. Now, first of all, it shows Switzerland getting taken over. Switzerland was neutral during World War II. And it also shows Italy being conquered, along with Malta and Sicily and the other Italian isles. Italy was part of the Axis powers! So why the hell is it being invaded by its allies? If it just showed Italy in pure black to begin with, that would have been alright. But no. It just couldn't be, could it? Anyway. Another buff with Enemy at the Gates is the part where Zaitsev and his comrade are in the building hunting down Koenig. But then you get some Junkers 88s come over. Now, these Junkers 88s are not out of place They were definitely here. It's just... why the hell are they flying so low? Like, they could be shot down by a rifle. Zaitsev could probably snipe the pilot out. It's just... if they were flying, like, another 10,000 meters above the ground, then it would make sense. But, literally, not even 500 meters above the ground. You have to be kidding me. Well, I guess you can't really do much. You've got to make it effective. But still, make it accurate. Now, the train... well, the train and the train stop. These are two things which I really want to cover. So, the train that we see pulling the carriages off to Stalingrad is a German Kriegslok train. Now, don't get me wrong. These were captured by the Russians, but they were only used after the war. Anyway, also, where the train stops on the east side of the Volga. Now, these trains didn't want to be blown up. If they did, well, that's it. They would have lost Stalingrad. But why the hell does it stop, like, 400 meters from the Volga? Like, one well-placed artillery shell, and that's it. These would be set back miles from the front line. So they wouldn't get bombed, and they could still send troops. They would either have to walk, march, or drive to Stalingrad. I rest my case. But they're the main history buffs I want to talk about. Now I'll actually go into a review about it. So you can either click off here because you've seen all the history stuff. You can go watch my Stalingrad if you want to. But this is the review. So, Enemy at the Gates, directed by Jean-Jacques Annaud. I don't know if I said that right, but go with it. It is a really good film. It really shows the importance of Soviet snipers during the Battle of Stalingrad. The effectiveness they had, the struggles they had to go through, and even the people they would lose. Towards the end of the film, as we all know, because everyone who's watching this has probably seen Enemy at the Gates. If not, then I've put in the toilet spoilers. Vasily ends up going up against one officer who is, well, really good. And that would be Major Koenig. Now, Koenig is tasked only to kill Vasily Zaitsev. It's his main job. Now, he doesn't kill Vasily Zaitsev. He fails, and Zaitsev kills him. So, the actors who play in this film, they do an amazing job of showing what it was like at Stalingrad. I'm not going to lie, they have done an amazing job. So, that is it for the review. Now, I will either choose the film myself or I'll put a poll up on the side of the screen. So, depending on which one happens is depending what will happen. But that has been the historical analysis of Enemy at the Gates, one of my favourite war films. Okay, we all know Battle of Britain beats them all. But give this video a like. Give this video 100 likes. Subscribe if you want to see more war-related history. Share with your friends, share with your teachers, share with your parents. And I will see you next time for another history video.